Hello everyone, welcome to the seventh bookmark. So, as we have done three bookmarks on mountains, now the next three bookmarks are going to be on tree silhouettes. So, this is the first day of those three tree silhouette bookmarks, and today we are going to make a beautiful coconut tree with a gradient wash and a sky. Hope you will definitely learn something new in this today and enjoy making this. So now let's get into the video. I hope you all are enjoying the way we are progressing in this journey. So this theme again going to be three silhouettes. I have planned to do three different types of trees, and the 7th, 8th and 9th bookmarks are going to be under this theme. So just as a reminder for you all, if you are facing issues while removing the tape and everything, if you have forgotten to do this step, I'm just repeating it here again. I am just running my scale at the edges so that the color does not bleed. So make sure you are doing this step. As we have talked always till now, I am going to wet the paper with clean water. Make sure you give nice clean coat of water without any bubbles, without any pools and everything. I am running over it again and again. Make sure you also make a beautiful background wash with water. As the name says, watercolors, we have to do a background wash of water to get the beautiful blending effect. So there it goes. Today we are going to do a very simple background. I know the last mountains is little bit time taking and exhaustive one. So now I am switching to my size number 0 mop brush. We will take one color and try to make a gradient wash and then add some clouds on top of it. That's it. Let it make very simple. So I am going ahead by taking a violet color. This is one of the colors which I like, the lavender or violet shade. So we have used these two colors in one of our previous gradients wash, I think the night sky. So this is a little lighter violet and this is the darker one. So I am going to take the darker one, and maybe for the clouds we will use the lifting technique or add blue on top of it. Let's see. So I am going to take the darker violet now. I am just wetting my brush, taking nice consistency of dark violet or purple. So it is very near to purple shade, so you can take any of this color. Also, since this is going to be a tree silhouette, a palm tree, a coconut tree silhouette, you can go ahead with any of the background you wish to. So little bit of color drop there, that is all right. So I am applying from top more color on the top and running the brush all along to the down. It is not much of a gradient actually, but when we start adding more color on the top, it will become gradient wash. I am loving this color. I'm taking more color and dropping it at the top. And then trying to bring that transition stage. I'm just running my brush very gently. You can observe that my top region is very dark. If you want it even more dark, you can go ahead and apply some indigo or black color on the top. It is always suggestible to use indigo instead of black. I am not adding any of the color. I am doing a little small step now to get some clouds. So I am taking my brush, cleaning all the excess water and then running over it at few points and removing the color, and then again repeating the step. So here and there I am making some clouds. Always clean your brush. See, so much I have picked. Now I am cleaning again with water, making sure it is not so much wet. You can see the color has flown back into those areas. So I am lifting it again. I am repeating the same step. Make sure your brush is not having water, only then you can get the color picked up. Don't worry if you are having strong pigments and it is not picking up, that is alright. You can just go ahead with the gradient wash itself. I just thought of this step because I want my tree silhouette, which we will be doing on top of this, should be visible by like more. That is why I am going ahead with this step. So there it is. I think this is looking like a very beautiful sky now with the white clouds and everything. See, I have picked so much of color. So wash your brush every time you pick the color from the paper. And now we will wait for this to dry completely and then come back and add nice palm tree. We will go ahead and draw a coconut tree. So I am keeping this brush on this little dino I have. Isn't it so cute? So I got this dinosaur brush rest from Pallavi. So she makes this beautiful, she sells this beautiful brush rests. So there we go. I am taking black color only. You can go ahead and take a darker tone of violet, or I think only darker tone of violet or indigo will go with this. Other than that, I don't think any other color will pop up on this if you don't want to use black. And if you have Payne's Grey with you, you can go ahead and use Payne's Grey. So that is the color which most of the watercolor artists whom I came across prefer, and I don't have Payne's Grey with me, so I will be using black only. I am using stationery size number 1 round brush, and now I am going ahead making the coconut tree. So it is very broad at this point and then till there. Make sure you are doing a tapering edge. I know now this is coming in between my hand movement, so I have kept it aside for now. There we go. So make sure you don't have any disturbances for your hand. If anything such are there, place them away because we want nice strokes. So kind of tapering edge. So this is a bit closer to us, and we can see the width is more. You can even reduce if you want, that is completely up to you. I know I am making it even bolder in between. can even bend the coconut tree. This is just like I went with this and then I'm doing this, that's it. You can just go ahead and bend the coconut tree as well. And now here comes how we do the leaves. So I have a tissue on my side to remove the excess paint that I have taken. Now from here I will be drawing the center lines of the leaves. See, I am drawing a little bit of bend structure. So that is how a coconut tree look like, and we wanted to give that natural look. You can turn your paper if you are not getting your strokes nicely. You can always go ahead and turn your paper. I know I cannot turn. So this is how I want my coconut tree should look like. So this is the outline, and now we will go and add leaves upon these lines. So you can go ahead and take some smaller size brush if you want, but I am going ahead and doing with the same one. So clearly observe for this leaf, this particular leaf, the smaller veins and everything are not going to be seen on the other side. So I am just going ahead with these strokes. So these kind of strokes. So there it goes. And even here in this direction, we can make the leaves, veins or whatever you call it. So here the leaf is bending. So we are capturing that type of leaf here. And for this, both sides the smaller leaves will be visible. So we have to draw on both the sides. Don't worry if you're not getting such thinner strokes, you will get it by practice for sure. And this is the other side. I have so much paint on my brush, so I have removed by dabbing on a tissue. And just correct it if you feel the shape is not how you are imagining. And here it is the same for this one as well. The other side not much visible, only at this point it is visible, so put it only at that point. If you want, you can see any other original picture of the palm tree and draw if you are unable to grasp from this. Now I am on to this particular leaf, and this has only one side of leaves visible. I am washing my brush. I am washing my brush continuously, and accidentally I spilled some color on my table as well. Okay. This is not so neat. I am just correcting it. So this is how you can correct mistakes. And onto this is also kind of bent leaf, so we are doing the side strokes till some point and then going to the straight strokes from here. Don't worry if you're not getting that leaves or those sharp points. You can always rework on this, and then if not this time, you can try it again later with some other background. Don't get disappointed, just go ahead with the flow. And now I feel the structure is little awkward, so I am extending it to the outside a bit and then putting these again. Now we are on to the last. So this has both the sides are visible because it's a kind of a straight feather falling downwards. So I am putting the smaller leaves on both the sides. So I have extended it too long, that is okay, this is looking perfect. And now I feel I want to add a smaller leaf here as well, maybe due to the harmony or I don't know why, I just felt it. So I am quickly adding that as well. So there it goes. We will add a little bit of land to the down so that it looks a kind of natural. So with a bit of undulations and just fill it up, that's it. There we go. If you want, you can add a little bit of tiny grass or trees like this. This is some tree or shrub lying in the dark and everything. And then this side you can go ahead by adding some grass, which we have done for the previous bookmark with marker. You can use any of this. It's not like you have to use both of these in this particular drawing. You can go ahead with any of these, or you can go ahead with none of these as well. So that's it. We'll wait for this to completely dry and then go ahead removing the masking tape. So this is what we have made in today's bookmark. So we have done a beautiful background wash and tried to make some clouds with lifting technique, and then added a silhouette of a coconut tree, and this looks very beautiful and shining. Hope you all enjoyed making this bookmark. Let us all meet again for yet another beautiful bookmark with the tree concept in another video.